Detroit Pistons have not won a playoff road game in their last 12. Only 10 assists for Orlando in the last game and just 24 field goals. They're looking for a nice passing early, and there's Giricek on a move to the hole. Not shooting well at all, and it's up to Armstrong when he comes off the bench. Gooden and Giricek to get going early tonight. Phillips missed, Pistons row or two. Vaughn with a little extra accelerator tonight. Finds Giricek.
Nice pump fake.
Confidence for Giricek. Turned away. Nice defense by the Magic with DeClerc helping Giricek.
Well, he's got to let that one go.
And Wallace makes his first field goal. You know, Ben Wallace, his rebounds are up over the regular season, but he scored 10 a game as well. DeClerc with a lot of steps on the way in, but he got it to go. Orlando's been turning it over just about as much as they did during the regular season, 15 times per game. Phillips left free for three. And finally, Chauncey Billups hit a three.
He's opened up some stuff. I'd like to see Cliff Robinson, too, get going on the block a little bit.
McGrady, first shot. He certainly called class. Orlando by three. Robinson left free. 14-year veteran out of the University of Connecticut misses. And the Magic back the other way. That can make McGrady get going. The three!
Well, it certainly doesn't take a lot to get this guy going. But when you rise up from the elbow and you bank it in, you say, okay, that's a freebie. Let me show you what I can do. Up, over, you look at the release point. Boy, he can't play much better defense than that. And watch him right here. Curry gets up, and watch how high he gets up off the ground. He's up over to Clerk's knee right there. It doesn't matter. And that's tough. And when he gets it going,
early on, that has not been the case in the first 4:20 here tonight.
Well, they're not getting to the rim. I mean, everything's from the outside. They got to try to get to the rim, get some easy shots.
Hamilton rises up. Hamilton with a step. Good recovery by Garrity for help defensively, but Hamilton able to knock down. Or take the lead with a three halfway through quarter number one.
Oops.
Billups left free, and Detroit takes the lead. So Chauncey Billups, who in 5 games hit 4 3-pointers, has 2 in the first half of the opening quarter tonight. And the Pistons have scored the last 7. Gooden tries to stop the run. 3 years at Kansas. All-America last year. One of the best rookies in these playoffs so far. Hamilton, nobody stopped the ball, and Rip is trying to, as I said before, run Gordon Giricek out of his black shoes tonight.
Well, good job of pushing up the ball that time. You don't have to take a shot, but push it up until it's available.
Gooden once again, he's been the difference for Orlando in this series. Not my words, the words of the coach, Doc Rivers. Chauncey Billups has hit 3 threes in the first quarter.
Wants them to pass it more, even passing up some wide open shots to use a little more clock, get into the rhythm of their offense. He said play free and play smart, guys.
McGrady rises up over Wallace and knocks it down. On the other end, Wallace, a 45% shooter. The first-round draft pick of the Pistons played some very solid minutes in the Game 5 win. Billups for a 4th three-pointer of the quarter. So 4 all series. Running the ball with Billups, but the Piston guards get a size edge.
Yeah.
It's Gooden watching Hamilton.
That's tough.
And Hamilton takes advantage from the top of the key.
Well, he's going to have an advantage over Gooden. Who are you?
One of 2 players on Turkey in the NBA. Hito Turkoglu is the other. Sean Kemp comes across the lane. He's been invisible in this.
See if I can squeeze off one more 3 before the quarter ends.
Detroit guards have gotten it done here in the opening quarter. Trying to close it out. See if they can find Hamilton off the screen or Billups for his 5th three-pointer of the quarter. Memo Core and Tayshaun Prince, the rookie out of Kentucky, guarding McGrady because of his length. You saw it there. McGrady had to change his shot and couldn't spin in a spectacular putback, but he got fouled. Or it gets them on the line quicker in the second quarter when they go on 8. Wallace to help defensively. That leaves the glass free, but Kemp couldn't squeeze it, and Prince comes away with it.
I like the fact that the Pistons are looking to push the ball. Not necessarily taking quick shots, but let's go ahead and explore and see what we have.
Chauncey finds Wallace. Wallace, who came down gingerly dragging around that right leg from the pelvis injury. Prince, who shot a lot of threes but couldn't make them, as McGrady in his face. This is when the Pistons get in trouble. But Hamilton bails them out with a fadeaway deuce.
For times, you get a few more steals, you get some... Whoa.
So much for the no turtle. Armstrong all the way. Couldn't get it. Hit on the rebound. Fouled by Okur.
He's on fire like he is.
Chucky, who did nothing. 14 minutes, 0 for 5 from the field in Game 5. Tayshaun Prince has a good-looking shot. It's in him because at 22, he's an experienced rookie. You don't get that much often in the NBA these days.
You guys have the wingspan of an albatross.
7'3". McGrady goes up 10 feet and puts it down. Hamilton watched by McGrady. Tough shot. Rip got it back on the handoff from Okur. So Hamilton, he never stops. He's always running, and when he's running and free, he's so much better. 6 of 10 from the field here in the first half. Prince's third foul. So Tayshaun's come in here at the start of the quarter. Good restraint, but Reap posted himself. 5 to shoot. Goes baseline on Wallace.
Oh, good D, good recovery.
Nice sequence both sides defensively from Gooden and Wallace. Robinson's blocked by Gooden. Drew Gooden, a block to go with his 5 boards, and he has really shown up tonight. Contact out high. Robinson plowing over Armstrong. Will pick up the foul.
Nice job beating him baseline, but Ben Wallace doesn't give up on the play. Jeez. Take a bigger swipe at that thing, why don't you? And then Gooden says, all right, I'm going to give me one. Give me that thing.
By 8. Halfway through second quarter, Game 6. Orlando looking for the clincher. And McGrady trying to lead them there.
I mean, that's a good job. You're looking at about a 17-foot shot right now. That's a fadeaway. You'll live with that one.
He's not only giving away 3 inches, but he's also giving the high rising quick ability we showed earlier. Tracy McGrady's play.
Well, this guy just can score from everywhere. I mean, you watch what he does. He rises up right in your face. You're playing good defense. Take you to the rim, jump over you. Even Ben Wallace said, I'm not going to mess with that. And then the fadeaway over John Barry, and you're going to be able to be dangerous. That could be dangerous. Easy, Sal.
Robinson on the pass-off is fouled, and a technical foul is called on Orlando. On McGrady for throwing the ball. Makes the technical. Here's the whole
situation. Watch this. Yeah, I mean, Kemp's moving. Robinson, a little credit. He jumped into him.
Lead is 8. Detroit trying to win a road playoff game for the first time in 5 years and 5 days and do something they've never done. Win game in 5 and 6 to force a game 7. Back to the starting 5, except for that man, Armstrong, in instead of Jacques Vaughn at the point. McGrady rising up. Rebound, Gooden inside. So Michael Curry's defense was blanketing. Didn't give McGrady a good look, but Gooden gets the cleanup. Barry got a step. Nice find for Wallace. John Barry, 10 points in each of the last 2 games now.
Orlando's getting in a dangerous situation where they're giving the ball to Tracy, just standing around and watching.
They're getting closer. There's 20 left before halftime. McGrady on Curry, the matchup to start the game. Robinson came over to help, and the foul is called. On Curry, down by McGrady. Hasn't gone Orlando's way, but they are going to be right in it at the break. McGrady met defensively, and a foul called on Detroit as Tracy took the worst of that. By 12 at one point, the Magic within 3 as we get to the final minute of half number 1. Phillips lost Sasser. Curry left free. That is a 2, which is good with a foul. Who is so offensively challenged, yet stays in the starting rotation. He started all 77 games he played in this year. Nearly, and it was thrown away by Hunter, so Stephen Hunter has had a disastrous couple of seconds here. He's scored in the NBA playoffs, 5 of them in this series. Okur and Prince for Detroit. Hiracek, Gooden, and Burke for Orlando. Chauncey Billups hits another 3. He hit 5 in the first half, now 6 for the game. Detroit back up 9 here in the final minute.
That's a joke right there, man. Are you kidding me?
Burke inside, nice hoop by the only player born in Ireland to play in the NBA.
A 2 for 1 if they want it.
14 the difference, game and shot. You know, Billups wants it. You got fouled. His eighth, he's with Robinson, Billups, Hamilton, and Michael Curry, the 5 on the floor, who started the game for the #1 seed, second best team on the road in the East. Wallace let the clock go by and slams it in the first half. He didn't get the warm-ups off at all in Auburn Hills for Game 5. Gooden tries to go to the core, and Wallace came over with a two-hand block.
Now you're in your range, and if he comes up on you, then you can go by him.
Vaughn trying to get the step. Nice job to go to the right hand. Vaughn shut out in his 3 field goal attempts in the first half. Hamilton loves that shot. A little hang in the lane from the side, or it's just shy of the lane, I should say. Vaughn being aggressive offensively to Andrew DeClerc. Other players involved.
That 16 to 70-foot jump shot, because you can tell they're giving it to him.
Grady yet to take a shot here in this third. Guracek misfired, but it comes right to Tracy, who hits his first field goal of the third. Pistons went on a burst thanks to Chauncey Billups' threes in the middle of the first quarter. Orlando hasn't let sit.
As they say, mouse in the house. Oh,
Curry over Vaughn. Pain of a bruised pelvis.
Boy, you get out of his way.
Eyes open.
Get out of the way.
He's got Okur.
Nice.
To Gooden. And one.
You see Billups kind of sneaking over right there, and that's just, boy, hope Okur didn't catch a cold. You might want to get him some aspirin right now, because he just by him in a hurry.
Grady, look for Tracy to take over this stretch. Long throw for Guracek. Handed it right to Hamilton as he was falling out of bounds.
They tried to bounce it off of him. Didn't bounce it off hard enough.
Rip on the take and a foul called. Here in Game 6. 6 to shoot. He comes down the lane. And got the hoop. And the Piston bench reacts. 10 to shoot. Williamson. Gooden. On the knockdown, but Corliss connects. Detroit has tied its biggest lead of the night. And the turnover. Curry and Hamilton run. Billups comes to the line. Missed the 3. But kept alive by Hamilton. To Billups. He needs to come back and settle. Now he's going to go. Defense reacts. Beautiful bounce pass to Hamilton. Timeout Orlando. And the Pistons on the road lead by 14. Inside or out. Chauncey deep triple. Never hit the rim. Should have got something better out of that mismatch.
Absolutely. Well, you got to take that one to the hole.
As McGrady does here, fouled by Williamson. Corliss has all that. Kept on the double, who's open. Wallace from the top. From 20, Ben Wallace! And when that's going, things are going really well for the Pistons. Prince.
Yeah,
simple.
Just simple. Just like, instead of number 22. It's
good.
Marketing ploy, I think.
Good job. Guracek picks Prince's pocket and has 2. Armstrong hounding defense on Billups, trying to keep the Pistons from getting into their offense until 8 on the clock. Hamilton off a screen, set by Williamson. So Corliss Williamson's had some good impact on this game. A couple of hoops and a big screen there to free rip as Detroit goes up 14. 6 points in 5 minutes as well. McGrady sees Billups defensively, goes right to the hole, and draws the foul.
Hey, watch his left arm. Just kind of jump easy and yeah.
Nice.
that is sweet right there.
Continues to bother him a little bit. It hasn't been that way early, but now you see it starting to come into play, Mike.
A little tendonitis, he said, bother him, but it didn't bother him there or there.
When you're the big guy out there, and you got to Ben Wallace tried to look, whoop, and then right back at him, up, and at that point, you just got to let him go. But I tell you what, geez, I mean, that's just incredible. He just unfolds up in the air.
Guy suffers a knee injury to see how the mobility is and whether or not it's a tendon, Mike.
Yep. Test the structure and everything, Michelle. You'll keep an eye on that. Hamilton comes in. Billups takes the shot, and Detroit goes up.
And they know Orlando's going to want to speed this game up, but you can't stop doing what you've been doing. They've done a nice job putting 77 points on the board so far.
Mismatch. Garrity took advantage of it and draws the foul on Billups. Guracek got John Barry to fall. Recovers defensively. Goran rising up. Rookie from Croatia makes it. Of the Pistons watches. Prince, check that hamstring real quick. Thanks to McGrady.
They did right there.
Brady 2 of 6 here in this half. Phillips missed the 3. Pistons not getting great shots here in the first 3 minutes of the fourth.
Well, you want to stay aggressive, but also realizing those were going down in the first half, not the second.
Same deal.
Get it back to him in the post. Let him just rise up and shoot over him.
On Phillips. Armstrong works the two-man game. Prince down to help. Garrity's at the line for 3. Right now. Wallace out high. You said it, Tom. Great defense from Orlando here. Wallace took it, went to the hole, and he'll shoot free throws. Strong trying to run around Wallace. Mismatches on the other side. Jiricek at the line. Takes the 2. Last night.
You know, with Williamson in the game, they're going to go to him on that left block and just see if he can deal.
On Garrity. Got it to go. Corliss Williamson.
On the left block. Got the...
Popped out.
Yep. Well, he tried to set a pick and roll and couldn't quite get the ball, but he'll find a way to get the shot up.
Oh. Wallace on the putback. Nobody put a body on Big Ben. He has 16. His best offensive output of the series. Armstrong blocked by Williamson. Score the goal. Goaltending.
You got to put a body on this guy, and with McGrady coming over to help, it's up in the air.
Phillips defensively on McGrady. Prince to help. Jiricek came down the lane, and Wallace sent it back, his 4th block to go with 14 boards, 3 steals, and 16 points. The All-Stars stepping up for Detroit tonight.
And the great thing about him, he gets them when they're way up in the air, at the apex.
Phillips is fouled, and that means free throw. Got to carry him, down 12. Prince and Wallace defensively, putting inside. Good recognition by McGrady. He's going to make a sub here with Cliff Robinson in a moment. Meantime, McGrady gets to the cup and gets 2. He's equaled his playoff high. 10 with 2.5 to go. If they bang a couple of threes, then it will change the tenor. McGrady misses again. Wallace is fouled. No free throws. McGrady drives on Prince. Makes it. There's still plenty of time here. An 8-point game, 2:10 to go. Now what will happen? No Wallace in the middle, so Orlando can go right to the hole when they have it. They got to stop Detroit. Phillips fades. Hits. Huge shot for Chauncey. 33 for Phillips. Equaling his best game of the season. McGrady, no Ben inside. He throws it down. 37 for Tracy. Armstrong hounding defense on Phillips. Foul is called on Whitney as he came over. By 10, with a foul to give here in the last 2 minutes. Wallace back on the floor, and he blocks McGrady's 3, and McGrady fouls Wallace as he went up to get it.
Foul number 1, Tracy McGrady.
Quickness is that, watch this right there. He's already, the knees are already bent, so he's anticipating his shot, and he's going to jump up and get that shot.
20 is his career high. It's 11 with 90 seconds to go. Prince trying to deny McGrady. Detroit still a foul to give. Jiricek going in and got it to go. Leo struggles from the free throw line in the playoffs. Will not get a 1 seed far. Armstrong almost came down. Wallace comes away with the turnover. Final minute here in Orlando. Pistons by 10. And the Magic not looking to foul here. And the Detroit Pistons have been around a long time. They've been around since 1957. I know you don't get in these situations often. But they're going to do something that has never happened in franchise history as Phillips rises up and hits 3. And they can fire up round ball 1. The Pistons playing. It's heading back to Detroit with the series still alive. Here tonight, they've outscored Orlando by 44 in the last 2 games. And Detroit will force Game 7 on Sunday. It will either be at 12:30 Eastern, 3:30 Eastern, or 8. We won't know that until about 1 a.m. after all 3 games are done here today. Sasser missed. Wallace 1 rebound. He has 17 to go with 20 points. Phillips scores 40, and there'll be a 7th game. Final score, Detroit 103.